Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Have you been on the hunt for a microphone that actually delivers broadcast quality sound without breaking the bank? If you've been searching for something that punches above its price tag and still handles the tough stuff like wind and humidity, this might be the one. I know I've been in your shoes, scouring the internet for reviews and comparisons, trying to find the perfect mic for my needs. And I have to say, I'm excited to share my findings with you today. The link to the product is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've been testing the Sennheiser MKH 416-P48 short shotgun interference tube mic with its Deluxe for Windshield kit, and honestly, it's one of those tools that just works. Whether you're recording voiceovers, podcasts, or even field interviews, this mic has a way of cutting through background noise while keeping your voice front and center. I've used it in everything from a quiet home studio to a windy outdoor shoot, and it's held its own every time. I mean, we've all been there, trying to record a podcast or video in a less-than-ideal environment, only to have the audio come out subpar. But with the MKH 416, I can confidently say that it's handled every scenario I've thrown at it. One of the first things you'll notice when you unbox the MKH 416 is how solidly built it is. The metal body feels like it could survive a drop from a second-story window, which is great when you're moving between locations. I've been on shoots where equipment gets tossed around, and it's reassuring to know that this mic can withstand a few bumps and bruises. The short interference tube design is a game-saver for indoor recording too. It's not as long as some shotgun mics, so it's less likely to pick up room echoes or reflections. I've used it in small spaces where a longer shotgun would have sounded boxy, and it kept everything clean and focused. Whether you're recording in a cramped studio or a large auditorium, this mic is versatile enough to handle it. Now, let's talk sound. The MKH 416 uses RF technology, which basically means it's got a built-in shield against electrical interference and humidity. I've recorded in places where other mics started to sound muffled or noisy after just a few minutes, but this one stayed consistent. The hypercardioid pickup pattern does a great job of isolating your voice while rejecting sounds from the sides and rear, which is perfect if you're in a less-than-ideal recording environment. I've used it in coffee shops, parks, and even on busy streets, and it's always managed to keep my voice clear and distinct. The Deluxe for Windshield that comes with this kit is a nice bonus. It's not just some cheap foam cover, it's a full-on dead cat that actually does its job. I took this setup out in some pretty gusty conditions recently, and even with the wind howling, my recordings came out smooth without any of those nasty plosives or wind blasts. If you're doing any kind of outdoor work, this windshield is a must. I mean, we've all experienced those moments where the wind suddenly picks up, and you're left with a recording that sounds like it was made in a hurricane. But with the MKH 416 and its for windshield, you can rest assured that your audio will stay clean and professional. Another thing I appreciate is how low the self-noise is. Even when I cranked up the gain to capture quieter sources, there was barely any hiss or rumble in the background. That's a big deal if you're recording voiceovers or ASMR-style content where clarity is everything. I've had mics that introduced a noticeable hiss at higher volumes, but the MKH 416 stays clean no matter what. It's one of those things that you don't really notice until you switch to a different mic, and suddenly you're aware of all the background noise that you didn't even realize was there. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, isn't this mic a bit pricey? And yes, it's true, the MKH 416 doesn't come cheap. The price tag is a bit steep compared to some USB mics out there, so if you're just starting out, this might not be your first pick. Also, since it's an XLR mic, you'll need an audio interface or mixer to use it, which adds to the overall cost. But if you're serious about your audio quality and want something that'll grow with you, it's a solid investment. If you're still on the fence, I'd say give it a shot. The build quality, sound clarity, and versatility make it worth the price. And hey, even if you're not sure if it's the right mic for you, I think it's worth trying out just to see the difference it can make in your recordings. So, what are you waiting for? Link is below if you want to grab one for yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.